Welcome back to Panther Sports Talk inside the McLeod Center here with UNI head coach Ben Jacobson. Panthers played outstanding this week in conference play. Do go 1-1, a loss on the road against Drake, a big win against Illinois State. Your guards really played well on the road in the Knapp Center against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they did, and they brought that back home here against Illinois State. In both games, we had a lot going offensively. Our offense was plenty good enough in both basketball games. It felt like our defense let us down at Drake, and they're playing well. I mean, I keep talking about where we make our mistakes and where I thought against Drake and Bradley that our defense did let us down. But both of those teams are playing good basketball right now. I love the response from our guys in the game against Illinois State. Coming off of that Drake one, but to your point, Eric, AJ, Spencer, Wyatt, Isaiah, the guys that handle the basketball the most for us, were really good in both games.
Guys are buying in, and this is a different looking team than it was a month ago.
Yeah, we've continued to get better. A month ago, we had started to really play well defensively, just make things harder possession by possession for the teams we're playing against. We had done a better job in terms of rebounding possession by possession. The change in the last month has really come at the offensive end. Yeah, guys have moved forward, and part of that is a better understanding of what we're doing. Part of that is some guys gaining some experience. AJ's, he's still a freshman. Trey's still just a first-year guy. Luke's, first time in that starting role. So I think those guys playing together now, the offensive part of it has really come along here in the last month.
A big win because of how well the Panthers shot behind the arc against Illinois State, and it seemed like it was contagious where Trey was having a big night, but other guys really fed off his energy as well.
Yeah, he was really going, and he has that ability when something good happens. He can get people moving in the right direction, and whether it be teammates or whether it be fans. I mean, he's got that kind of personality, and that's obviously important for a team. And so for him to get off to a good start, it made a difference in that game.
A career high night for Trey, but also Shannon Goldman in arguably one of the best games he's ever played at UNI. And we haven't seen a lot of him in the last month and a half, but hit a couple threes and played pretty solid.
Yeah, and he's been healthy for probably 2.5, 3 weeks. So he's been healthy, but he had his best practices in the last 4 to 6 days, and that was important for me to see. Him able to just to have more of a presence on the practice floor before we put him back in. I know we threw him in there for a couple minutes against Evansville 5 or 6 games ago, and he wasn't quite ready for that. And so just wanted to see him just more determined on the practice court. And he did a good job of that here the last, as I said, 3, 4, 5 days. And that was Luke was in foul trouble tonight. JD had a couple goofy plays in the first half. His 20 minutes tonight at that center position, they were big for us, and it allows us to stretch that floor even farther. Guys were shooting it good tonight. Now with him at the center position, he popped a couple times and made a couple threes. That's a lot of ground to cover for Illinois State. Had the lead and held on to the lead in that win against Illinois State. Yeah, probably, wouldn't you say probably our most consistent, just where it wasn't, where we, played well enough to get ahead a little bit, but then all of a sudden we're down 5. There wasn't a big swing. They cut it a couple times in the second half. I think 7 is the closest it got, but then it was right back to 10 or 12. Able to play with that 10-point lead that we had earned early in the second half for most of most of the rest of that game.
More Panther Sports Talk coming your way right after this.